the Detroit Lions. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time, but a fresh set of downs. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A first down carry by Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. They'll give to Elliott. Open space inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford out to the flat for Reddick. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Stafford. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Stafford on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 45 yards on the ground. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Breida, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The give is to Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Here we go. 21. I got you.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Get set!
Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. And Gould is able to put it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They go to Elliott again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Pushing his way inside the 40. Ameer Abdullah. 20, 10, for touchdown, Detroit. Ameer Abdullah, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's brought down after a good gain. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Again, it's Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Kerry Hyder coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Detroit getting set to go now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They run with Abdullah, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. On first down, Stafford here. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, here's Stafford, eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Wait. Come on.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more after this.
11. Here we go. Hurry up.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And when people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Back to throw, Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. This is Abdullah. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hurry.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Garoppolo now. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they start the 2nd half with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Johnson. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still does all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in instead?
Kerryon Johnson better hold on to that football. That's the first touchdown of his NFL career as they have taken the lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On first down, Abdullah. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to give Bob a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Niners on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. On the return, it's Tate. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by a Kenner Witherspoon. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Garoppolo looks to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will take over at the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, and a 360. And he's brought down after a good gain. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, it's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A second down run for Abdullah. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. He's got daylight. The 40. He's at the 30. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, Don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hurry.
They go with Abdullah again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Abdullah. And some room to roam now. Amir Abdullah. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, 94 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme...
And this is caught at the 20. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Pierre Garçon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ball, on the ball.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. There's some space here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions add on to their lead. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. Touchdown, 49ers. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
13.
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
11. 6.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Lions, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.